Snider and Concordia do battle at Zollner Stadium Friday night in Week 3 of Indiana high school football.
Concordia is a well-coached team. Coach Manigal and his staff, they do a great job preparing their kids every week. They bring a unique scheme and something that they do very, very well. It's not hard to figure out, but they just execute it very well. And they have a very talented quarterback that's a dual threat, can throw it, as well as a very viable threat in the run game, and poses a lot of different challenges for us on defense.
They got a big offensive line. They can move real well, a lot of power up there, a lot of guys to the ball. And I think if we stay, if we do our job, and our assignments will be all right.
The Panthers come in at 2-0 on the year, having beaten Carroll 21-20 last week. And they have gotten production from several of their offensive skill players. Quarterback John Barnes has thrown touchdown passes to Alonzo Derrick, Dillon Duff, and J.D. Wells.
I feel like it's really valuable to this offense to be able to spread the ball around to anybody. Everybody that we put the ball in the hands of can make plays. We're all playmakers, so I feel like it's really important to have those kind of guys, and they really help out the game.
Snider has rushed for over 200 yards as a team in each of their games so far. Channce Collier led the team with 98 yards last week against Carroll. Lenny Bennett is the leading rusher on the season with over 160 yards. And Cameron Trotter rushed for 72 yards against Northside.
The running game has been awesome. We've been spreading it around through me, Cameron, or Channce Collier. Chance had a big game last week. It's really just whoever gets hot that carries the load for that game.
The defense has only given up 20 points on the season, but one area they'd like to see improvement in is getting to the quarterback. The Panthers have 3 sacks in the first 2 games.
I think we're doing a good job getting pressure on the quarterback. We're not always doing a good job getting to the quarterback. So if there's a difference there. We get pressure, quarterback tends to scramble and move out of the pocket. We got to do a better job of getting to him, getting our hands on him, and containing him. Forcing an early throw, but getting him out of his comfort zone, but also not letting him run for yards, outside of the pocket. So, we have very capable guys on the D-line that can do that. We just got to do a little bit better job working in tandem, staying in pass rush lanes so that we keep that guy kind of bottled up.
As for Concordia, they are 1-1 on the season, and this week they'll look for better offensive line play. The Cadets gave up 4 sacks in a 35-6 loss to Homestead last week.
We need to come out, give a good push, give my quarterback some time back there, and just go hard every play.
They've got some players up front that are just, they appear to be men among boys. We have a very young offensive line, both literally, we're playing freshmen, and figuratively in that they haven't played a lot together yet. We started 4 new guys at the beginning of the year, and so they've really only had 2 games together as a unit. So it's that's a really key battle, and one that we're concerned about going in. If we can hold our own there, we think we've got a chance.
The Cadets' defense certainly has talent, including safety Jalen Vanderbosch and linebacker Cooper Harris. But after giving up 35 points to Homestead, they'll look for improved execution against Snider.
There was a couple of missed executions that caused to lead Homestead to big plays, and like Homestead is, they're a great team, so they executed and took advantage of those opportunities. And so I feel like if we eliminate the mental mistakes and play at a high level, then we'll be able to compete against anyone.
Concordia has gotten production from the offensive skill players so far. Jalen Vanderbosch leads the team with 157 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, while Amir Drew leads them with 153 rushing yards and 2 TDs. Receivers Tyler Grossman and Jeren Kindig have also been productive.
If we can get them the ball, we're in good shape. We've got our playmakers have to make plays. For us to be successful on any night in this conference, that has to be the case. None more so than against a team like Snider. So I think we've got players who can make plays. They just have to do it.
Brandon Davis has started 2 games at quarterback this year, throwing for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Coach Manigal likes where Davis is at this point in his career, but believes there is still room for growth.
I think he's a controlled player. I think he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. I think all of that is huge. But he would tell you, if you were to talk to him, that he's nowhere near where he needs to be either. He needs to be better at knowing where to throw the ball. He needs to be better at knowing who the hot receiver is, who the receiver is he should key on any particular route is. And it is, he hadn't started many games yet, so he's got a long ways to go, but we're confident he can get there.
All in all, both teams expect challenges from each other.
The quarterback can scramble just like last week, and the receivers are pretty good, like Jalen Vanderbosch. I know him, he's grown up with him. He's pretty good, goes and get the ball, We got to be sound on defense, and our offense has to put a lot of points on the board.
They're a 6A school, so they have a lot of depth, and they have the opportunity to be physical and play at a high level. So we are going to have to match that, and if we do that and execute at a high level, like I said, we will be successful against them.
This is Thad Goff for Summit City Sports. The Cadets and the Panthers kick off at 7 o'clock Friday night at Zollner Stadium.